What is up, everyone? It's Gage here. Welcome to you, Buckdat. And today we got our first official review of the Guardians Week 1. The first review of the game. I am so excited to bring it to you. Did miss I think 3 or 4 minutes of the first quarter, but I watched the rest of it, and guys, that was fun. We didn't get the W, but that was fun. Obviously, there's a lot of great points, and there's some not so good points. Okay, let's start. Paxton Lynch was the starting quarterback. He was the one that led the Guardians in Week 1, going in. And we did play. I didn't get to see that part where they scored their first touchdown. But Paxton, this seemed like he was, I don't know, he didn't really get the ball rolling. Even the touchdown, it was not the greatest pass. It was like behind him, actually. But Cody Lattimore pulled that in for a touchdown. Their first official touchdown, the Orlando Guardians. Paxton, that was rough. And it's only been 2.5 weeks, but what I've seen, I'm not sure really can be fixed. It's that time where hopefully he can be coachable and is open to coaching, because that needs some work. It seemed like he wasn't really trusting the offensive line. It wasn't playing the best, but there's points where that's when a quarterback has to kind of step in and do it himself sometimes. There's a couple of plays saying, dude, just run. There's a hole right there. Run for it, man. Not good. But obviously, this is the first week these guys are playing with each other, so you got to keep that in mind. I'm not sure who's going to be starting in, but they need to get some momentum going with each other and a little bit more communication. Not as communication as far as play callings or any of that, but just on the same page. And it's just going to take, and that leads to chemistry as well. So that's going to take some time. Paxton could be the guy, but if I could pick my quarterback, I think it'd be Francis from FSU. The guy, I believe he played in the Fan Control League or Arena League or somewhere around that. I think our offensive line is going to need some work, but we need someone that can move. And Francis, he can move, as we all know. But it's not all on the quarterback. The offensive line needs some adjustments. Keep in mind, these guys are still kind of working with each other. This is the first time they played in the game. You can spend all day practicing, but the game, that's just a whole different thing. It's a whole different than the practice. And yeah, it was really I don't have much database as far as stats, but I was able to dig up AJ Jamil or somewhere around that. I can't. My bad if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but he had 4 catches for 80 yards and a TD. Congrats, my guy. You're going out. I was like, what the heck? He's all over the place. I was impressed. AJ, I knew he was fast, but that fast, he's a rocket. He was a rocket. That was awesome. And I love the receiver core we have. Eli and Rogers get into it. Guillory got into it as well, and Cody Lattimore's tight end got the first touchdown in history for Orlando Guardians. Impressive. And guys, we have the team to go to the championship. It's just going to take some adjustments and maybe look at that switch at quarterback. Paxton has the ability to play well, but I was not a fan of his post conference. It was either late in the second quarter or after it was the beginning of the second half. He's kind of yeah, I didn't play well, but there's a lot of fuck ups. You got to take responsibility, my guy. As a leader, you're going to take a lot of heat and maybe too much, but you gotta take that as like, okay, you know what? There's a lot of things I got to improve on as well. Because everyone has a part to play. Everyone has a part to play. But you need a leader, not someone that's going to blame someone else. Okay? You both should work on it or something like that. Now, I'm not a player. I was in high school, but this is a whole different arena than that. But that's just me. That's you need a leader and someone that's going to take a lot of responsibility and is willing to work with his players, which I think Paxton is. But the job is very much open at quarterback because no one's permanently the quarterback. They're still trying to figure that out. Francis, I think that's how you spell Francis. I think he has a great job at winning that job. I think he has a great opportunity to win that job because he has mobility, and that's what we need. I would say Camardi. I think that's how you say it. Camardi, I think he's going to have a great opportunity also as well to win that starting job. Paxton Lynch, he didn't play good enough to win to have that starting job. And that's the reality of the situation. Paxton could improve, but now it's an open position. Okay, you can't play like that. Like the offensive line is not always going to be perfect, so you're going to have to take opportunities. And Paxton was not. The only time he was playing well is when he was not pressured, and yeah, he did roll back out sometimes, and he made some decent throws. But like overall, it was not good. It was not good. And you need a quarterback that will take those chances, and will take responsibility for his mistakes and is willing to work those players. Not saying Paxton won't, but that's this kind of impression I got from the interview when he was interviewed by the reporter. So we'll see. Actions speak louder than words, but we're going to see. And the offensive line, they're still figuring that out. Because these guys are just working together, and they don't really have much tape because they're from different leagues, colleges, fan control leagues. So they're still trying to assess these guys, see who's in the best position to be the starter. So there's going to be positions open, but it's only week 1, guys. Like I'm excited. This league, it is exciting. It's exciting. This team has the potential to be a championship team. They just need to make the right adjustments, and I feel like we're going to do well. Also, if we can't lock down a starting quarterback, we might have to make a trade. And one guy, personally, I watched in Minnesota when I was a fan back then, Kyle Sloter. I used to call him Kyle Slaughter until I figured, that's not how you pronounce it. Personally, I like Kyle Slaughter better, but he's a backup. I thought he was going to be a automatic starter because they called it like preseason, and I thought he was rocking it. I don't think he really got an opportunity as a starter, but in preseason, man, he was rocking it, and I feel like in XFL he could be a top quarterback. So if he's available, right now he's a backup for Arlington. And I think we should trade for him. I would trade like a 5th round pick for him, 5th to 6th. Why not? He's worth that higher pick. And take opportunity to lock down a starter. Because we need to lock down these starters. Because these guys need to get in a routine and get in sync with each other. And we can't do that if we're still looking at who's the starter. So I'm hopefully that position gets filled. Because offensive linemen and defensive players, it's important and it does affect the team, but quarterback is the leader going in. These guys are all leaders, but especially the quarterback position is very important because they're ones that they're calling out the plays and and the receivers getting sick of these quarterbacks. Like everyone, a lot of people know this. Like Tom Brady and Gronkowski. That's why they're so good together because they had that chemistry with each other. So I think locking down quarterback position is an immediate need that we need right now. Paxton didn't play good enough to be a starter. To be honest, he could be a good backup, maybe work his way up to be a starter once again, but right now, no. And this might be a little rough, but he looked like a tree out there felt like I didn't see a lot of him rolling out. I saw it a few times, but not enough. And I feel like there's a lot of opportunities where he could have got more yards if he would just ran. Because his offensive line is still working together, so there's going to be times where you're going to get pressured. That's where you got to make a play. But also defense needs to work as well. There's a lot of injuries, though, I will say. There's a lot of injuries on both sides, so you got to take that into account as well. But I'm not too worried, guys. The Guardians are going to get this upright, and I have no doubt they're gonna come out strong on Sunday. But yeah, overall, if I had to grade this, I would say C, because there's some adjustments to make, but he played well considering everything, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm loving the season, guys. I'm very excited to be part of this Guardians community, and I hope you buck that.